I'm ready for you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What's going on, my guy? How you doing, my brother?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, superstar. I'm good, man. Let's talk about last year, man. Big season for you. 42 tackles, 15 PBUs, 3 interceptions. How do you feel like it went for you last year, my guy?
Pretty good. I think it's mainly just staying focused and practice, using all the tips and points that your coach giving you, and making sure you just doing everything with a purpose. Individual drills, team drills, everything. Just make sure you're doing it with a purpose because it definitely translates into the game, and that's what helped me out.
So obviously, talking about practice and coaching, obviously that being the main perspective. I don't know if you have a trainer, but if you do, just kind of how important have they been in your career so far?
Very, very important. I'll train with him every weekend, so I'm picking up new tips, techniques, and learning more about the game every weekend. So it helps me out in my game, and it's just pushing me to new levels, pushing me to places I didn't even think I can go to. So
And then for you, Obi, I know you play corner. I think I've seen even some of your film. You may even play safety. Like, can you talk about some of the versatility to your game, just being the lineup anywhere?
yes, sir. So like some games we would watch film, which has been like another point of helping me out in my game. So we watch film on certain teams, and they're like number one receiver. They will move him around. They'll put him on the outside. They'll put him in the slot, and like my team's game plan, I'll just follow that receiver. So if he goes into the slot, then I'll go into the slot, and it will just work. Just simple as that.
So I got to ask you about that. So that first off, to be a high schooler doing that, that's not easy to do. Like we see that in NFL, and even that is rare. Like only a select few people could do that. So how have you been able to perfect your craft or get to this point, Obi, where you're able to just be able to follow receivers?
Well, it really started off with my DB coach. Freshman year or going into my freshman year, I told him I just wanted to take the game serious because I started football like only in eighth grade. Freshman year is when I really started taking it serious. So I just told him I wanted to take the game serious, and I'll come up with the varsity guys, and I'll practice with him like before he would do varsity practice. I'll practice with him, then I'll stay after, and then I'll also get some work with the varsity guys. So I was just building a relationship and building my trust with my coach, and it's also helping me to get better. So I've just been getting better, and now I'm to the point where I'm able to do things on the field. So
Right. So you talked about that part. Did you have a maybe even a teammate that you coming in early freshman taking it serious that gave you good pointers?
wide receiver, my teammate Presley Carr, he played a huge role, like huge role. My first time even lining up at corner, they put me right against him. He's our best receiver too. First time, he'll give me good work all the time. Even when I would mess up as a wide receiver, he would tell me what I'm doing wrong and help me out in my game as well. Like he just knows both sides of the ball, so he will help me out.
Period. What part we talk about versatility and those other aspects of your game? What other aspect you feel like catches people's eyes or stands out for you, Obi?
I feel like it's my speed because my speed definitely makes up. Because I'm not the biggest, I'm not the tallest, but my speed and my strength can definitely make up for my size. So I feel like that also helps me.
Sure. Do you let me ask you this, Obi, do you run track as well?
I used to, I used to, not anymore. Been
Got
focused on football, doing speed training, but I used to.
okay, I got you. So you used to run track. Obviously, that's helping them feel okay. So after junior, well, let's a two sided question. Let's assess your junior season. How what grade would you give yourself from A, B, C, D? And in the second part, what are you working on the most this offseason to improve from last year?
Mm, I'll give myself like just an A, no A plus. Like I like the way I played. I feel like I contributed to the team good enough, but I feel like I can get better at studying the game, watching more film.
Okay, so obviously working on that part. So why do you feel like that part's important? Studying the film, knowing wide receivers' weaknesses, tendencies. How do you feel like that's going to help better prepare you for the season?
I think it'll prepare me because I already come into the game like I have a little bit of an idea, but if I watch a little bit more film, keep studying, keep watching the guy that I'm gonna follow around the game, I feel like if I just mix that two together with my athletic ability already, then I can just become unstoppable. Because I play just by myself with my athletic ability. I study film, but I feel like I could take it to another level. So that's something I want to do this season and work on.
Period. Another part you're gonna want to talk about is your ball skills. I feel like it's underrated, but you just always make a play on the ball. You go, you catch it, intercept, big hit. Like, talk me through just the ball skills, man, and how you've been able to perfect that as well.
So my ball skills, I think that originally came from when I used to practice wide receiver. Because when I first started football, I wanted to be a wide receiver. So I had this friend that lives across the street from me, and we'll come outside every day, like every day. And he's a quarterback; he can throw the ball. So we'll go outside every day. I'll just be running routes, catching the ball. Once I moved to DB, I just did the same thing. I backpedal, break on the ball, just keep catching the ball. Cause I just love to go up for jump balls. I just love to go up for the ball in general. So that played a role in my ball skills today.
Period. Are you? Let me ask you this: are you more of a? Do you like to be physical at the line of scrimmage, Obi, and play more press, or do you kind of like to kind of back up a little bit and then use that speed to break on the ball?
I like to back up and use that speed to break on the ball.
How come?
I feel like my play style, I'm more focused with my technique and speed and just my close down speed on the routes. I like tracking the ball. I like going up for the ball. I like to just know what's coming before the play even starts. I just love all of that. And I love press. Don't get me wrong. I love press. But it's something about just making those nice plays, just jumping up for the ball, reading everything. So
Period. So obviously, based on that answer, I know you like to be prepared. So walk me through how you can use leverage as a corner, Obi, to kind of help you out with that, right? In terms of, okay, I know this wide receiver likes to do this. He turns it this way when he does this move. How does that help you, like, just be able to anticipate what they're going to do?
keeping my leverage, especially against like bigger receivers, because that's when I like to get my hands on like getting my hands on bigger receivers definitely helps. So keeping my leverage is just it stops really everything. It stops everything because you can be outside leverage. You can be outside leverage and he has a tight split, and now he's having to fight through to get outside, and you know he's going to have to fight through to get outside. Big or smaller receiver, they got to fight through to get outside. So keeping my leverage is very important. Knowing where I'm at on the field, knowing my divider rules. That's something my coach made sure all the DBs learn in the middle of the season. Making sure we know our divider rules has played a big role and helping us know what's coming, what routes they're possibly going to run, all of that.
Period. Let's talk football IQ. I know it's very high for you. Explain that aspect and how you just had that elite football IQ, man.
Mm, That also comes from my coach, my DB coach, Coach Kent's, because we'll have like DB meetings in the morning. So every morning he'll like draw up plays on the board, and then he'll also have film on the other board. So we'll learn, we'll go over plays, and he'll teach us like the mechanics of each play while also teaching us the mechanics of DB at the same time. And then we'll flip over and watch the play, and he'll like correct us and tell us exactly what we had to do on this play, and then we'll just put it together, work on it in practice. Then game time comes, and we just implement it.
Period. In that discussion with your DB coach every morning, you may or may not I know this could be a more advanced question, but do you guys like go through? Okay, maybe we should disguise this a little bit more. Disguise this coverage. Don't show them. Kind of make them kind of bait them a little bit. Did we show you anything like that?
Yes, sir. So we try to like make all of our coverages look the same. We try to make them all look like our base coverage. So we change up the leverage at times, but we always try to keep the same yardage, the same mark that we stand at pre-snap, and then blitzing. Blitzing, we're probably going to change it up a little this year, but blitzing, we just try to make sure we make everything look the same. Press, off press, we just don't want to give off anything different.
Period. All right, I'm gonna go through a couple routes. I just want to see how you would obviously guard these just 1-on-1. And you now we know you follow receivers, so you on the island, no help. All right, no safety help. Let's go through a post route first. I know that can be difficult sometimes for DB. So you got his receiver, he got good speed, he running the post route. How would you cover that 1-on-1 by yourself?
I would maintain outside leverage because it's harder to break on the ball if you're like underneath the receiver because the ball can be overthrown. The receiver's making a good play. A good receiver, he's jumping out, he's making a good play. But I feel like if you're over top of the receiver, you're over top of the receiver. Now you can run the route for him. Now you're already ahead of him. Now it makes it easier for you to make a play on the ball. So that's why every time I'm guarding the post, I just make sure over top of the receivers, make sure I stay high shoulder.
High shoulder, maintain outside leverage. Okay, that's how you guard a post. All right, let's go through a more difficult route, a zig. Like he's trying to really bait you, like he's going inside, but he's curling kind of back out. How would you just make sure you in phase with that one?
Mm, collision in the receiver. Oh, almost like you're trying to say almost like a double move, right?
Yeah, yeah, essentially, yeah, like a double. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Collision in the receiver. Because once you collision him, that like you're disturbing him, you're disturbing the timing of the quarterback, and you're disturbing the receiver in his route where he needs to be at a certain time. So that can help you keep your leverage while also messing up the timing of both the receiver and the quarterback. So
Collision and receiver. All right, learning from you. Go ball. How would you go? How would you defend that? Let's just say this game on the line. Y'all need to stop. This is 4th and 10. They gotta have this play. They gotta score a touchdown at the 30-yard line, and they choosing to pick on you. How would you defend that?
I like to use the sideline as my help. I
Ooh,
leave
that's
just if I'm pressing, it makes it easier to use a sideline. But yeah, I'll try to push them towards the sideline, make it a tight space between the receiver, the sideline, and where the quarterback can put the ball. Because now it's even harder. He has a sideline right next to him. It's even harder to make a play on the ball. If I'm off, like I'm not pressing, I'll still essentially push him towards the sideline. But the sideline is the 12th man on the field. It can help you any type of way. So
a great answer. Can I ask you a little bit more about that? Just why do you think DBs don't use that more? Like some guys get handsy, some guys like you said, you could use that as your 12th man to help you. Why do you feel like more DBs don't do that?
mm, I feel like some people would just panic thinking about making a receiver making a big play on them, them going viral. So I feel like that's why they get handsy. They start fighting with the receiver going down the field. But the best way to make a play on the ball and just stay calm, stay on the receiver's hip. And if you out of phase, that's another thing I learned. Out of phase, do not look back. Just
Mm,
looking at the receiver, watch that. When they go up, you go up, rip through their hands. Just simple as that. Staying calm is the key to making sure I just make the play. Because if I panic, once you panic, now you're at risk of having a flag. When you panic, now you're at risk of him making a big play on you. You just all over the place. Now you're not thinking of what you really need to do. So that's why I stay calm in situations like that.
wow, calm and focus. Okay, that's some great answers, man. So let me ask you this, Obi. You got a great game. Is there anybody you like to look up to or just emulate that you like to watch on YouTube? When in terms of this, let's say you just telling you all your work done. Man, I want to watch this game and kind of add that to mine.
Denzel Ward. I like to watch him because he reminds me of my play style because like I said, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest. He's also not the biggest. He's also not the strongest. So I like to look up to him, watch his play style because his play style is very similar to mine. Like he's a physical corner, but he's also very fast, twitchy with a quick closeout speed. So it kind of resembles the way I play.
Denzel Ward. Okay. I like that answer. That's underrated one. Okay. All right, man. So we talked about obviously that. So what are your goals for this upcoming season, man? What do you want to accomplish? Let's go stats. Let's go as a team.
As a team, because I was already like starting to maintain a leadership role. So going into my senior season as a team, I want to just make sure that I keep maintaining that leadership role, especially as a senior. Make sure my teammates are doing what they need to do, following the right path, just making sure they need to do what they need to do to be at their best, for sure. Stats wise, stats wise, I feel like I'm most definitely going to have way higher stats than I did last year. A lot better because now I'm more experienced. I'm still getting more experience. I have more time to get better. I have more time to learn the game. I have more time to learn new things, implement it into the playbook. So I feel like just once I get older, the more I get older, the more we get closer to the season, things are going to start clicking.
Period. And speaking of the season, this talk a little. I know spring is right around the corner. I believe it starts at the end of the month for a lot of teams here in Georgia. So, talk about y'all spring schedule, man. What y'all got coming up, and who, if y'all have a spring game, who y'all playing?
We play McKeeter.
Ooh.
Yeah, That's one game I'm looking forward to. I don't know what it is. It's just competition. Whenever I have competition, it just gets me pumped. I just can't wait because I love to prove a point. I love to prove a point. I love to play against competition. So there's no better feeling than lining up against somebody you know is good, going to give you good work the entire game. Because now we both getting better. Not only are we both getting better, it's a big opportunity for the both of us. So
Period. How do you feel like obviously we kind of bursting out onto the scene more. We'll talk about recruiting here in a second, but how do you feel like you've been exposed, I guess, to a degree? And when I say exposed, I'm not talking about negatively, just in terms of getting you out there. Do you feel like that process has been what you thought it was? Do you feel like you're still kind of underrated? Just what do you think about that process?
I feel like right now I'm on track. I don't think I'm too far ahead or too far behind. I think everything's just going good as of right now. As of right now, I only have 4 offers, but I'm still keeping in touch with more than 4 schools. More schools are coming to text me, inviting me out. So everything's just going smooth right now.
Love that answer. All right, everything going smooth. Tell me what you want coaches to know about you they may not know, and why they should take a chance on Obi Duru.
Mm, well, I want coaches to know that like I feel like I can play anywhere on the field, anywhere where they feel like I'm needed. I'm willing to learn the game, learn how to play that position. I feel like I can be versatile, play anywhere on the field, and I also feel like it's deeper than just football. Like, it's deeper than just football. Personality, family, getting to know my teammates, being there for my teammates, everything like that. I feel like I'll be a great fit, a perfect fit for most of these teams because I'm a team person. I don't like to be selfish. I don't like to worry about myself, my own goals, my own future. I like to work with brothers, come up together as a team, brothers. So that's one thing about me.
I like that. What are some key factors you talked about? Obviously, family, that brotherhood being very important to you. What are some other things you're looking for school? Is it where you might be on the depth chart? Is it being able to play anywhere on the field? What are some key things in the recruitment you're looking
It's definitely being able to play more positions on the field. Definitely this year. Now that I'm like coming up more with a bigger leadership role, and as a senior, I feel like I'm definitely going to see different areas of the field, and I'll be implemented in more game plans than I was junior season. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
for? All right, let's talk about just the latest offers, man. Obviously, I believe you say you had four. You tell me
Mhm.
about those four schools. Just break them down each individually. Just let's talk about them a little bit. Those four schools.
Okay. So my first one was Miami, Ohio. Coach White, he hit me up. He told me he had a junior day, so I went out there, and it was cool. It was my first junior day visit. I went out there, toured the whole school, toured the campus, met with the staff, the head coach. I met with everybody, and then as I'm getting to leave, people are leaving, but some people are getting held back, so they held me back. And I'm just talking with Coach White, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, man, I want to offer you a full ride scholarship to this school." And as my first offer, I was just like, I was like, what? Like it was a crazy moment. Like it was a crazy moment. I didn't know how to feel. I just didn't know how to act. But my first thought was to call my mom because I was there with just my dad. So my first thought was to call my mom. I let my mom know I was on the phone with my mom and both my sisters, and we were all just celebrating as a family. And then not too long after that, Coach Trail, which is the DB coach at Eastern Michigan, hit me up trying to get me to come out to junior day as well. And they had a doubleheader junior day. So the first one was spring practice. We watched spring practice. Then the second day was just a junior day. But me and him talked a lot more. Like we got to know each other a lot more. We built a relationship. And then that same day when he first spoke to me, I got on the phone with the head coach, Coach Creighton. I got on the phone with him. I talked to him. I got to learn more about him. Then at the end of our conversation, he ended up offering me a scholarship as well. And I was sitting there with my mom and my dad, so they were in the room with me, and we were all celebrating again, family group hug, all that. So it was pretty cool. Then my third one, not too it's like this is all close by. They're not too long after. So my third one, DB coach from Coastal Carolina hit me up. He was like, "What's up, Obi? This is Coach such and such. Here's my number. It's nice to meet you. Are you busy?" So I said no. Then he called me, picked up the phone, and he just offered me like right away. Like he didn't waste any time. He just offered me right away. Then right after that, the recruiting coordinator came and texted me, and he was like, "We would also like to get you up here to a junior day," which I ended up going to, and it was pretty cool. I love meeting all these coaches, meeting all the staff, seeing how programs run different, seeing how they run their team. So that was pretty cool. And then Arkansas State, I went to Arkansas State as a group with Coach Julian. He's like one of my mentors. I went with him as a group. It was me and like 5 other boys. We all went out there, and I mean, it was cool. Like we all just spending time with each other, just enjoying the moment. And we were touring the school, touring the facility, getting to meet the coaches, the staff, and then they brought us into this room, like the team meeting room. Just all 5 of us. I think it was like 6 of us. He brought all of us in there. The head coach came in, and the head coach was just explaining more about the program, telling us how he's happy to have us down here, everything. And then he just offers the whole group, like the whole group. He was like, "Oh yeah, we like to recruit boys out of Georgia, and we watch every single one of y'all's film, and we love the way y'all play. Y'all are a great group. So we like to offer this entire group." We were all looking at each other. We're like,
What?
like did he just offer the whole group? So it was definitely a great moment. And then one of the boys I was with, London Lee, he's a safety at McEachern, I think cornerback. He was out there too, and that was his first offer. And he got on the phone with his mom right after. It was a great moment, like being around him when he experienced getting his first offer. Like, it was just a great moment, seeing how happy he was, seeing how happy everybody else was, and then we watched practice, and everything just went well.
Wow, man. Incredible, man. Obviously, 'cause those are great offers and obviously great stories, man. I mean, all school showing interest, especially the last one, man. Everybody getting offered. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You don't see that usually.
Nope.
Nah, you don't. Okay. And I think you recently just took a visit to Georgia State. How was that? Seeing the in-state program, and I know they're going through a little bit of changes, but what was that like being on campus?
It was pretty cool. I also brought my teammate with me as well. I'm trying to help him get recruited as well. But I brought him with me. I met with their new DB coach, Coach Douglas. I met him because there's 2 new DB coaches. So I met with the both of them. I watched practice, and one of these boys I used to play 7-on-7 with, he also plays for Georgia State. So it was cool watching him, being out there, supporting him. It was nice seeing him again, 'cause I haven't seen him in a hot minute. But I was watching practice. Also, a North Paulding graduate also plays for Georgia State as well. Owen Dupree, he just transferred over there from um, West Georgia.
He's a
So,
receiver, right?
hmm
Yes,
the
sir.
receiver. So I was watching him in action while watching one of my former teammates in action. It was great. It was pretty cool. Met with the coach, took pictures, spoke to him. Then after that, we toured the facility, the locker room, everything. It was all nice.
Nice, brother. And the last one, I know you got one this weekend, I believe, April 4th, for the USF. What are you just most looking forward to with that one?
No, April 4th, I'll be at Kennesaw State.
Oh, okay. So that one changed. Okay. I went off your Twitter.
Yeah, I changed up a couple of
Oh,
things.
okay, got you.
Yeah,
Okay. So what are you most looking forward to with that one? Kennesaw State low key on the come up, Obi. I mean, they
they
won
are.
the conference state title, 9+ games last year. What's your thoughts on them?
Yeah, they've been on the come up. They've been on the rise. They're building their program pretty well. The DB coach hit me up, invited me out there himself personally. So that's something I'm looking forward to, especially because they're in the same conference as my sister's school. She goes to Jack State. They play each other. So that same
Nice.
conference. And then I've never been up to KSU before. So for the first time, it's something I'm definitely looking forward to getting to meet the staff, seeing how they run things over there.
There it is, man. All right, there it is, man. So a little bit about the recruit. I know it's still early, so I ain't gonna ask you hella questions. I know you got, go through your process and then see things after the spring. So probably ask you after that. But I want to bring up 3 times for you: 442, 445, 449. What is your ultimate goal there? Like what time is you trying to achieve? Are you trying to achieve a sub 4.4?
Yes. At first, my goal was just a 4.4. And then after I hit that, of course, now I want to go lower. So I'm definitely trying to hit that sub 4.3. But I worked with this speed trainer in Atlanta, Dwight Phillips, that's his name. I was working with him. He taught me so many new techniques and things that I can learn about running. He helped me fix up my form. He did specific drills with me to help up my form until it stick. Then it definitely sticked. And then all in the end, that's when he set up the timers and I ran. Then he showed me my time. I'm like, wow, like I really improved over a very short period of time. Like he's a great trainer, great coach. So now that I hit my goal, most definitely trying to get lower, get to the best that I can get.
I love that. All right. I'm at your personal question, man. For kids that's watching, that may even look up to Obi Duru. Tell me why it's important, Obi, to bet on yourself.
I think it's important to bet on yourself because you can, if you just think badly of yourself, that's really going to affect you. That's going to affect you. Keep a positive mindset. Don't let nothing negative affect you. Just know yourself. Don't lie. Don't try to be like anybody else. Just be yourself. Don't try to follow anybody else. Just be yourself. Focus on your own path. Do what's right for you. Just stay focused. And I think if you stay focused, everything will come aligned. Everything will come as planned. Don't let nobody knock you off your track because that's definitely what I use to make sure I stay focused and things are coming as planned. Things are aligning with me for sure. So
Period. Let me ask you this. I know it's still early in your journey. By the end of that senior season, is there any part of your journey, Obi, you would change? You're like, nah, man, I love my journey. It's made me to the player and the eventual man I'm going to become.
mm, but can you get like more deep into that question?
Yeah, so basically, I'm saying like, would you change anything in your journey, right? Like, hey, if I could, Obi, I play football sooner. I start in the sixth grade compared to the eighth grade, or you know, what I'm saying I would go to maybe a different school compared to the school I go to now. Would you change anything, or like, nah, this journey, going with Coach Sharp, going with all these trainers, going with these mentors, has made me the person I am today.
Yeah, I think my journey has been pretty good so far. The only thing I'll probably change is probably starting sooner because I feel like if I started sooner, I'll be like 10 times better than I already am right now. But I'm still going to make sure I work towards my goal, work to be the best I can be. But I feel like if I started sooner, I'll definitely be more experienced and more skilled than I am right now.
Period. All right, man. Come on, before I let you go. What's been your favorite play ever, ever now. I mean, we're not just high school. You go back to eighth grade too. What's been your favorite play you've ever made in your career?
My interception against East Paulding was definitely when I baited the quarterback. I ran a trap technique. So as soon as the ball snapped, took 2 steps, ran like I'm about to, of course, sack the quarterback. Backed off. He opened up, threw the ball straight to me. Ball came perfectly straight to me. Caught it, ran. I think it was 60 yards. 40, no, 45. It was something like that. Ran. I should have scored, but and then there are the rivals too. So that was just a great feeling. Like it was a great feeling.
Gosh, what's that? What's that? If you can't explain, for those that don't know, North Part, East Part, what? Why was that? Why is that rivalry so good between y'all two?
Mm,
You
I think
explain.
probably because it's not too far from each other. A lot of us know each other. Like some of us all went to the same middle school and then are separating to different high schools. So we all know each other. And then just before the game, people just talk. Players, they talk. The community, they talk. Everyone just talks and compares themselves and tries to be better. They just want to be better. So I feel like when game day just comes now, all of that emotion is just going on to the field. Everyone's there to watch. Everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to be there. So and then like they've been our rivals for so long before I even started playing football, I even thought about football. So
Period. All right, and then so we talk about your craziest play. Let's talk about been one of your craziest stat lines, one of the best games you've ever had.
North Cobb for sure. That's definitely my best game. I had quarterback sack, I think a tackle for loss, and then um I had 4 pass breakups. I went 4 for 4 too. I got five, tried 4 times, broke it up all 4 times.
Wow, a 4 for 4 PBUs, sack, and a TFL.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was going crazy that game. Okay. Do you let me ask you this. When you come in the game, do you have like a special feeling you feel before? Like you know you're gonna have a big game, or is it just like all of them kind of the same?
Mm, yeah, it's like before every one of my games, I do feel different.
Uh-huh.
It's just like my head coach like to say, what's your signature? Whatever you're putting out on film, that's your signature. That's who you are. So I keep that in mind before every game. Like what I'm about to put on film, that's my signature. And then I also just think like you have something to prove, you have a goal you want to achieve, you have somewhere to reach, play like it. I just think about that every game. So it's like almost like I play with a chip on my shoulder every game.
Love that. That's why you go so crazy. Okay, playing with a chip on the shoulder. And then, do you have like a pregame tradition? Like, say some kids got, hey, I'm not wearing no shoes, no socks. My feet on the ground. Some kids pray. Some kids play rap music. Some kids want to meditate. Some kids don't do nothing. They don't even eat before games. So, what's kind of your pregame tradition?
I like to blast music in my headphones, but I also don't like to eat. But that hasn't even just been football because I used to be a soccer player as well. I just wouldn't like to eat. Like, of course, I'll still eat because I need the food, but I just would not want to eat at all. So I'll just barely eat. I'll barely eat, and then I'll just blast music as loud as I can. Listen to just only strictly rap music.
Okay. Well, what's like a couple go to songs or artists you got to listen to for a game?
One song is called CCPDK. Can't remember the artist. And then Baby Drill for sure.
All y'all love Baby Drill. I'm gonna talk to you like Baby Drill, get me in that mode. What is it about Baby Drill, man? What makes him so different?
I don't know. He just gets me right before the games. Maybe it's the his beats. I don't know. He just gets me right.
Different breed. All right, Obi, man. I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. Anybody you want to shout out? Any closing comments or questions you got? I'll let you go, man.
Uh, I'm good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yes, sir, man. You're welcome anytime, brother. Wish you the best, man. I know you're gonna be successful, man. And salute to you. I hope you have a great senior season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Anytime, man. My guy, Obi Duru, man. Appreciate him coming into